Star up, star down at 877-881-1053. And my first star up is going to go to CeeDee Lamb, who has been in all the headlines, really for the wrong reasons. Fines and taunts and jerseys being untucked. Yesterday, 6 for 94, almost 16 yards a catch, 2 touchdowns. He was targeted 7 times and did all that damage as he was one of 10 different Cowboys to catch a pass from Dak Prescott. Star up to CeeDee Lamb. And I was just looking at his jersey the whole time. I was like, is it untucked? Is it tucked?
Oh, yeah.
Is it untucked? Tough to tell. 6 for 94 and 2 in the first half. And then I sent out, I swear I did not do this on purpose. I swear. There's a play in the game where it looked like a defender had tried to rip his helmet off or go high towards him again. And I said, these defenders just love CeeDee Lamb's throat. They love like going up there. And gosh, the internet came back at me. Like,
what'd they say?
They said, awareness. Where's your awareness? People love Lamb's throat. I said, fine, head and neck. They love the head and neck area to break it down, like we're playing Operation. But I was referring to the Vikings game when he got choked out on the sidelines by Harrison Smith. CeeDee Lamb, jersey untucked or tucked, 6 for 94 and 2 in the first half. Amari Cooper told us through the G-Bag Nation last week that CeeDee was not completely healthy against Denver. He was yesterday. Star up to him.
Good game for CeeDee. No doubt about that. The offense hummed. And it was a really good game. Defensively, they had one player.
Yes.
You always talk about Diggs. Everybody talks about Anthony Brown in either good or bad ways. We don't mention Jordan Lewis all that much, but Jordan Lewis, our boss texted about him. Tons of people tweeting and hitting us up about Jordan Lewis's game. But early on, dude was really good. Man, Jordan Lewis had himself, especially a first half. But he had himself a really nice game here.
Yep.
When he was targeted early on he was targeted on 4 straight possessions, and they were 4 straight incompletions. 4 straight passes, I should say. 4 straight passes, not possessions.
Yeah.
4 straight passes. He was targeted. All of them were incomplete. That was big. That was big for this Cowboy team. So you got to give a star up. Got to give a star up to Jordan Lewis.
Defensive player of the game, in my opinion. 3 total tackles, 3 passes defended, and he had an interception. His interception was the one I was rooting for the most. I was rooting for Jordan to get his pick even more than Diggs. Diggs gets number 8 to lead the NFL, but Jordan Lewis deserved it the most. And I'm also tying him in to a star up that I thought, it sounds funny when you lose by 40 that there could be like a key moment in the game for Atlanta, but there were 3rd and 4th down passes in the first quarter that went towards Jordan Lewis. He broke them up. A 3rd down pass, a 4th down pass. So it was 4th and 7. The game at this time, and I thought this was a big mistake on Atlanta's part, and the TV broadcasters never stopped talking about this moment. It was 4th and 7. Instead of kicking the 50-yarder, at the time, it was 7-3. So that could make it a 7-6 game. Their kicker, Koo, if you know him from fantasy, has made 11 straight from 50+. And I just thought, here's my plan if I'm Atlanta going into this game. Let's try to keep it as close as possible for as long as possible. Make them uncomfortable. Make them start thinking about the Bronco game. Make their fans uneasy. You know when you hear that murmur, that whisper in the crowd? That's a feeling of uneasiness. And it was a 4th and 7 on that. I thought that was a little bit too far. Kick the field goal. Make it 7-6. Have it a 1-point game. Instead, the Cowboys get the ball, and they end up scoring and blowing the doors up. But I thought that was just a minor moment in the game. That's a game management thing. Kick the field goal, make it 7-6, keep it close for as long as possible. Instead, they had the 4th and 7 incompletion off to the races.
That's the Cowboys forcing them to do what they may not have wanted to do based on the Cowboys' offense. The Falcons knew they weren't going to stop them.
Yep.
If they were going to win this game, they knew they had to go for it.
And after that moment, Atlanta was minus 17 in yardage. They were minus 17 in yardage for a while in this game after that moment right there. And then star up to Mike McCarthy's 4th downs. This is why we said last week, don't go away from what you are. So after their 4th and 7 incompletion broken up by J. Lou, McCarthy had a 4th and 5 from the Atlanta 33 in the first quarter. Remember, you got a new kicker, CeeDee for 21. Okay, that resulted in Zeke's 1-yard touchdown at the very end of the drive. You were 0 for 4 last week against Denver. It did not stop McCarthy. 4th and 3 from the 25. They go for it. Dak throws a rope to Gallup. That results in another short Zeke TD run. So the 3rd and 4th down attempts yesterday at one point, Falcons were 0 of 5. Cowboys were 6 of 9. Star up to the 4th down mentality from Mike McCarthy and the team's execution of it.
Well, yes, and I'm glad they kept it. I'm glad they kept the pressure on. They didn't get scared of 4th down based on what happened last week. I love to see that. Star up to Dan Quinn. He won a game when he was up 28-3. That is big. You love to see something like that. I know everybody thought at 28 when that score got, hey, what's going to happen here? I'm a little scared here with this thing.
Dorrance Armstrong, star up, had a sack, 3 quarterback hits, and 3 total tackles.
Yep, first player in team history with a sack and a punt block in the same game.
Wow.
Very, very cool. Terrell Basham had that with the Jets in 2019. He was the last one league-wide to do that.
Wow.
So that's very, very cool from Dorrance. This is a tough play for me because, about all we have from the University of Tennessee and the NFL now are punters.
Oh.
And the Colquitt brothers are legends, and that was a Colquitt that got his punt blocked by the Dallas Cowboys in this one. But you got to give a star up to Dorrance on that one. I got to give a star up to the offensive line. 72 snaps, 0 sacks, 1 tackle for a loss, 2 quarterback hits.
Wow.
It's a hell of a game by the O-line.
Well, most of them.
I'm not getting into that. He's the new Anthony Brown and Jalen Smith, and he's the new KP, and he's the new give me a Ranger. Nobody can name a Ranger, so I'm not going to even give you one. He's the
Rugi for a while.
He's the new Rugi. That's what he is. He's the guy that you pick on. I don't know. The line played great. I can't give him a star down.
Okay, I will. Connor Williams gets the big fat. If you said you had 2 star downs at least, so if Connor Williams wasn't one, then who are the other 2?
Well, I got one here. Mike McCarthy on Micah usage at defensive end.
Okay,
that's my star down. If he's not playing 100% of the snaps at defensive end from here on forth, did you see Did you see the move that he put on that right tackle? All you fools want to see him, hanging out there in the A gap, just mugging. Nope, not into it. Put him on the edge. Stand him up on the edge. Put his hand down in the dirt on the edge. Whatever you want to do, get him wide. Get him. Well, that sounded bad. Get him wide.
Yeah, people get on me for talking about CeeDee's throat.
Yeah.
You're talking about getting guys wide.
Yeah, get him wide and let him go. Let that dog eat.
Dak Prescott's touchdown run makes it 43-3. Tell me that everyone in DFW didn't freeze and hold their breath when he started taking off at that goal line, and you're like, get up. Just get up, and Dak was hyped up with the fist pump. He wanted to, of course, recover from the awful, maybe the worst game of his career against the Broncos, but I gave a half a star down to Dak running that football in. I was like, get him out of the dag-on game. That was on 4th down as well with that TD run. But overall, of course, a star up for Dak in 3 quarters. 24 of 31, 296, 2 touchdowns, no picks. The passer rating was 128 with the rushing touchdown as well. The fadeaway rainbow throw to CeeDee Lamb, where it was like, I'm going to throw it to a spot. You be there. That was on 3rd down, had pressure in his face, and he lofted up that rainbow to CeeDee to make it 28-3. In the first half, Dak was 18 of 23 for 219. 2 touchdowns, 7 different receivers. He would end up hitting 10 different guys for the entire game.
Easily his best game of the year. Not even close.
Really?
Not even a second. There's not even a second place. This was so far and away. Everything.
By the numbers?
By everything. By the numbers, by the eyes, by the old school, by the new school. Everything showed this was, without question, his best game of the year. He had a 93 QBR. Spaced out of 100. Out of 100.
See, I would have named the Tampa game as better. I guess my expectations for Tampa and their defense a lot higher. He threw 4 against Carolina. He had a run of at least 3 straight touchdown passes with Philly, Carolina, the Giants, and the Patriots. But you're saying, see, these numbers seem to really weigh a rushing touchdown, even if it's from 5 yards out.
Well, it adds to the points added. So so anytime you pick up a first down using your feet, huge.
Yeah.
It's huge. It really, really adds to you because it shows the complete player that the quarterback can be. And it doesn't, it doesn't hurt that you don't. It just doesn't help. It's like, what was that? On the SATs. If you don't answer, it doesn't really hurt you. Right? But if you get it wrong, it does.
Right.
And if you get it right, I mean, holy cow, that really, really helps. So it does weigh. It does weigh a little bit. But, yeah, he was fantastic.